Welcome back, and thank you for joining me for The Witcher 3 today. We continue on our journey with Geralt, and we go find Yennefer. The Griffin is defeated, and we continue on through this area. So let's get going.
This bard's tale begins near White Orchard, with my dear friend Geralt of Rivia seeking his lover of yore, the sorceress Yennefer. She'd eluded him for years, but now seemed just a few steps ahead. After many trials and tribulations, Geralt finally learned that Yen was in nearby Vizima.
Okay, I was supposed to go this way. I don't know if we really need to go hunting. Geralt has like momentum when he moves. I'm still not used to it. There we go. What am I supposed to find here? Bees! Oops, I didn't even get the bees. Good job. I still don't think I even got them. It's good. We're good at our job. Oh, what did I do? Oh, I took back the town. Look at that. Oh. What is... Why? Why are we screaming? Why are we already screaming?
If I ever have a son, I'll name him Geralt.
What? You ever have a son, you'll name him Geralt? Wait, what? Oh, you're welcome?
Holy help me!
You know, Witcher, folk can say what they will. Me...
What?
I'll
Why
never
is them screaming? What are these people screaming about? Why are we screaming? Oh, a wolf is killing people. Oh, a wolf was super... The wolf murdered the guy that said he was going to name his firstborn son after us. No! No! He's dead. No!
Where'd you come from?
Oh, I should have maybe paid attention to the screams a little sooner. Oops. My bad. My bad. Whoops. All right. We ready to leave? Is it time to go? I think it's time to go. All right. It is the moment where we actually leave White Orchard. Let's see what happens.
Yennefer's in Vizima. Got a few friends there, so... Something wrong?
Look around. Trouble brewing.
Who are they?
Patriots. Drinking their 7th round for Temeria. Fist starting to itch.
Don't see any Nilfgaardians.
They'll find another foe. I'll buy some provisions for the journey. Then we'll go. Geralt, we should stay out of it. Just this once.
Not our specialty.
What happened to the lilies?
Took him down.
Took them down to hang a golden sun there now.
I cannot show Temerian colours. They'll come and burn the tavern down.
Maybe it's true what they say. You fond of the Imperials? You Nilfgaard's whore?
I'll let that pass. I know grief eats at your heart.
No shit. They hanged my sister, dragged her out the cloister like a dog. Said Nilfgaard's no place for superstition, that they don't fear the wrath of the gods. And you, do you fear it? If not for Annie, your child would have choked on
This
its
is
native
escalating.
string.
This is escalating.
You owe your son to my
Let
sister.
go! This is escalating.
And you don't fear the god's wrath. You don't fear
Uh-oh,
it, you
uh-oh,
cunt.
uh-oh. She's uh-oh. Uh-oh. She was reaching for the knife. Oh! Okay.
Leave me be!
No wonder she was reaching for the knife.
Recognize this medallion? You know what it means. Back off.
You all right?
I don't think her nose is.
They say witches steal young'uns. That true?
What? Yeah, we're the
What
ones
the
causing
Emperor
the
promised
problem
you
here.
freaks? Your own land? Like he did the elves once?
Get out, all of you.
We ain't going nowhere. And neither are you.
They won't back down now.
Well, we didn't stay out of it, it looks
I
like.
can see that.
Oh, does that mean the only way is fighting? Yeah, that means the only way is fighting.
Too late to surrender.
Yay, we murdered them! Woo, level up! Yay! Yay, thanks for the experience. Appreciate the XP.
It's all right. It's over.
Leave me be! Get away! I mean, fair. Come on, but we leveled up!
God save us!
I'm supposed to clap.
And don't ever come back.
So much for not getting involved. Come on, let's go.
Yeah, I figured.
That brawl, we didn't start it.
Oh.
Excuses, excuses. You've not changed a bit.
Oh.
Yen?
Hello.
How?
I received a report about a witcher who'd appeared in White Orchard. I knew it was you, looking for me. I might have waited until you found me, but... well, you know me. Patience has never been my strong suit.
Okay.
It's... good to see you, Geralt. I'd even embrace you. Were you not covered in blood?
Sorry. Wasn't expecting to see you.
We didn't
To be
shower,
honest,
sorry.
this isn't at all how I imagined we'd meet.
How did you imagine it?
You didn't imagine you'd have a Nilfgaardian escort.
Involving a unicorn?
Don't get me wrong, Yennefer. I'm glad to see you. But I do think you owe us an explanation.
And I shall provide it. In Vizima. Ready your horses.
Okay, I mean, what's the rush? I mean, no, we're not trying to dilly-dally. Why that place?
We can talk here. Some charming orchards nearby. In bloom even, so you almost can't smell the corpses.
A tempting proposition. Sadly, I must say no. You see, someone awaits you in Vizima. Someone who doesn't like to be kept waiting. Emperor Emhyr var Emreis. Or, to those on more intimate terms with him, the white flame
Emperor.
dancing on the graves of his foes.
Doubt I number among that group. Far as I remember, last time we saw each other, he wanted to kill me.
Oh, good.
Well, now he wishes to make you an offer.
The kind one can't refuse.
I didn't, though I could have.
She has some sweet purple eyeshadow, I like it. Do I call her out? Like, she could have. Why not? Like, I am curious. I'm gonna call her out.
Must have been a damn good offer then. Not many things you'd give up your freedom for, and even fewer people.
The sooner we set off, the sooner you'll find out.
Oh, she didn't like
What
that very
about
much.
you?
I'm going in the opposite direction. I somehow doubt the Emperor's invitation mentioned me. Besides, I've got things to do at Kaer Morhen, remember?
Yeah, I remember. Thanks for your help, Vesemir. See you soon.
How's your horse? Swift?
Can't complain. Why do you ask?
Roach is
I'd
great.
like to be back behind some thick city walls as soon as possible.
Fine, Find Yennefer! Woo! Achievement. XP. I love the awkward wave. Goodbye. See you later, Vesemir. He's got a pretty horse. Hey, new welcome. Welcome, everyone.
You know, I had a dream about you recently.
Oh?
Knowing you, it was probably filthy.
Only a little.
Just the beginning. But then,
But then,
Forget that. Uh-oh. Isn't that where we cleared off earlier? Okay, the volume is going crazy. Sorry. Dang. Okay. Well, she's got some sweet magic. Quite a mage. Yeah, the cosplay, right? I'll come up with some
big?
we'll talk of
cosplays.
this tomorrow, all right? After the audience.
Ooh. Okay, well, things are escalating. People don't like when witchers treat them with disdain or disgust. Okay, I bet they don't. I don't like it either. Oh my, okay, well this is certainly not disdain. Oh my, okay, hello. Hello there. A deluxe bath. Who's this guy?
It must
I was
suffice.
like, what? Who are you? Why are you here?
think Emhyr cares if I'm clean.
The
Probably.
gentleman will refer to His Imperial Majesty by his
He
full
probably
title or not at
does.
all.
Honestly,
The gentleman will be seated on the bergère
judging by
what
this
now?
place, yeah.
in that chair.
And that's
Catwin, please shave the gentleman's sideburns to half an inch.
oh, trimming up his hair. Oh my. I'll let it happen. I'll let it happen. I don't know. Let's see. Let's see what the fancy look looks like.
Fine. Then what? Gonna do my nails too?
Ooh, come on,
if time
please.
permits. Sadly,
done.
the
Come
day
on.
is short. While the list of hygienic and cosmetic treatments that the gentleman should undergo is really rather long.
He's like, you don't, but
please, and sit still.
does it grow
And
back
prepare
like,
to
like Arthur
answer some
Morgan's did?
questions.
I'm assuming, yeah.
General, I am not certain this is the appropriate time.
I can't think of a better time. Men turn honest when they feel a blade at their throat.
Oh, so this is like a threat
Morvran
thing.
Vuris,
Okay.
commander of the Alba Division. Before they take you in to see the Emperor, Witcher, there's some information I need you to verify. It's a formality, but one that must be seen to.
Sure. Paperwork's gotta be in order.
So, Geralt of Rivia. Place of birth unknown, parents unknown, age unknown. All insignificant details.
Okay, well, age is like more or
Let
less
us
known,
proceed
right?
to more recent events. The
More
siege
or less.
of La Valette Castle. The fate of the defending commander, one Arian.
Who is this guy? The defending commander. Did I kill this guy? Did I do that? I'm assuming I did. I'm guessing yeah. If I didn't play the previous games, this won't mean as much. Okay. So this is kind of an interview. Oh, so I'm saying what I did. I don't know. Is this guy a good guy to spare his life? I don't really know. Sure. He escaped.
We fought on opposing sides, true. Then we landed in the same dungeon. Arian escaped, set fire to the castle on his way out.
So that is how the blade started. Our reports suggested the dragon was responsible. Moving on. You then found shelter in charming Flotsam, and from there made your way to Vergen. My question is how?
Ooh, who do I choose? Vernon? I don't know. That seems like the way. That seems like a different path. I'm just gonna go this way. You guys
I got out of
that
Flotsam
way?
with
I don't
Vernon
know.
Roach, commander of the Blue Stripes, and...
A murderer of non-humans.
Oh.
We know this gentleman well.
Who is this? Who is that? Who did I just agree?
Something tells me my most interesting is yet to come. Go on, next question, before my beard grows back in.
We shall shave you again if it does. Very well. The infamous summit at Loch Muin. You were there. And once again meddled in the affairs of the mighty.
We're saving Triss. Yeah, sure. I probably would have done that.
The mighty had imprisoned Triss Marigold. Ought to know I care about her, and I tend to rescue those I care about.
And so you did, handing Radovid control of the Conclave and Council of Mages in the process.
Nilfgaard recently started a war, unprovoked. So do us both a favor and stop moralizing.
The gentleman must sit still. I'm almost done.
I'm afraid I might find that difficult. Because, from what I know, shortly afterwards you watched a defective megascope blow your friend Sheila de Tanserville to bits.
She escaped, I guess? I don't know.
I watched her get in the megascope, but ultimately freed her from the trap your man Letho of Gullet had set. Write that down. I want to be sure the paperwork's in order now.
Well, national interest calls on one to forge difficult alliances at times. Alliances with witches included.
Alliances. Sure, I should probably say an alliance. That sounds like a good thing. I don't know. Sure.
That an ongoing alliance? What's Letho up to?
I had hoped you would answer that question.
Ah, so Letho's hiding from you. Must have a good reason. Was there a shift in national interest that might have caused that? I don't know where he is. Wouldn't tell you if I did anyway. Blade or no blade to my throat.
I believe that is all. Your signature, please, affirming you stated the whole truth and nothing but the truth on pain of imprisonment or death, etc., etc. Here and here.
With these formalities seen to, I would ask the general to leave the room. We shall be choosing the gentleman's attire. An important matter, but one that does not require the general's assistance.
Like, get out.
Shame.
Thank you.
I might have given you some advice.
Oh, really? Mm-hmm.
So long, Geralt. Good luck with your audience.
Okay.
Feels more like I'm being readied for a wedding.
Yeah.
Were that so, I would have prepared the gentleman a frock, a tailcoat, or possibly a dinner jacket. In point of fact, the gentleman will choose from these garments.
Okay. Where's mine?
Where are my clothes?
Where they should have gone long ago, with the laundress. They will be returned to you after the audience, clean and starched. The gentleman will tell me once he has chosen an outfit.
Okay. Here's the real dilemma of the game. Here's the real plot. Which outfit do we choose? It is time for fashion. It is fashion time. Okay. What are we choosing? We gotta try all the outfits. Okay, let me see. Well, let me at least just check out the different, like... So, I'm not a big fan of that one. I think the one I chose originally maybe our best bet. I kind of like that one. I think that is nice looking. I think we'll do that. It looks good. All right. The choice has been made.
And they
Locked
say
in.
clothes do not make the man. Does the outfit satisfy the gentleman?
It does.
A studded doublet and a sword on my back. That's what would satisfy me. But tough, when in Nilfgaard.
Yes?
It's a saying. So what now? Powder my nose?
No need. The gentleman's
you're
complexion
good
is
today,
light
actually.
enough. The gentleman is to stand before the ruler of the North and South. I must confirm that he knows how to bow.
I'm not some boor. I know how to bow.
Please, demonstrate.
No,
That,
pathetic.
sir,
Pathetic.
is how you might bow to a whore on a street corner.
Okay, not how I
Not
would
to
have
the
put it.
Emperor of Nilfgaard.
Not how I would have put that, but
Please watch. Leg extended, hand flat, head down, chin to chest.
Yes.
The gentleman will rehearse.
It's like me at my princess parties I used to do, like acting as like Cinderella. Like, okay, everyone, now we bow, and now we curtsy, and now. Oh. I think. Is that it? No.
Lacking
Well,
fluidity
sort of.
and grace. But we've learned to expect less of Nordlings. Come with me.
What can I interact
The
with in here?
gentleman will address the Emperor only when asked to, and using the appropriate title.
Your arch magnificency?
I see the gentleman is in the mood for jests. I fear the Emperor might not share his disposition.
Gnomish prankings. The books we find in this game. Gnomish prankings. Scrub the greasings from a dog's ear, soak into cotton twine, place in a new lamp of greenish hue, and set said lamp betwixt an eager crowd. Forsooth shall they swear that a dog's head they behold, and this shall be no sorcery, but good betidings. What does that mean? I don't know what that means. For the Prince of Alander's nuptials, a paltry gnome armed with a miniature cutlass behid himself in a pie. When guests partook of the princely banquet, anon jumped out of the besabred gnome, giving a terrible fright to all at first, then causing much merriment once the jest was figured. A cynocephalus, or a doghead in our tongue, a beast that in the wastes of Zanguebar dwells, has the corpus of a man, but the head of a dog. The Prince of Alander did receive such a specimen from those far-off lands. The cynocephalus lets stream its urine with the tolling of every hour, both day and night, and this is why the Zanguebarians engrave its likeness on timepieces and compasses. Okay. It's good. It's good. That makes sense.
Your Majesty will suffice.
Happy I read
Spoken loudly, clearly, and with respect.
A sword for witches? Who are the hunters, you ask? Folk like you and yours, I reply. The decent kind, haters of lies, doers of good. The kind who live according to the gods' laws, and nature's laws too. Those disgusted by the machinations of witches, magicers, and non-humans. All that separates us from common folk is we've got the courage to take up arms, to defend our lands from evil, to slice out the gangrene that eats us from within. We haven't a leader. We haven't forts or land. Though God-fearing Radovid supports us with his gold at times, we've not sworn him nor any other ruler any oath. We serve only the eternal fire, and we listen only to our own conscience. Who can join us? Any who is right of soul and sound of body. You can find us in every larger city in the north. We will give you board, lodging, and a weapon. We will explain how to spot the telltale signs of evil. Birthmarks in strange and arcane shapes, smooth skin on a matron aged more than 30 springs, and black cats kept in the yard, to name but a few. We will show you how to defend yourself from witchcraft, how to tame and snuff out magic elements from Dimetherium. We will instruct you how to squeeze the sinner's darkest secrets out of them with a hot iron, and how to grant them a cleansing death with the help of sacred fire. So, we got some witch hunters. We got some witch hunters here.
Evain Kersher is Daithwin Adden in Karn at Morvood.
What? I think I'm just supposed to be following him. Yeah.
Shegana To Velen.
This place reminds me a little bit of like Raphael's palace. The fanciness.
Imgrimi eb Arth Ketzer. Daithwen Adden in Karn eb Marvoot. Emhyr var Emreis.
Bow.
Okay, fine. We will behave. We said we know how to bow. Look at us, we practiced and everything. He's like, wow.
Your Imperial Majesty.
He does not look impressed.
Ep the Orde.
Velian namen, vatgen favort. I thought you bowed before no man.
Oh.
Didn't want to disappoint the Chamberlain. We're friends.
I mean, yeah, that's basically what happened, though.
Take it you didn't summon me to reminisce about the good old days, so...
Silence. My daughter Cirilla, she's returned. And she's in danger. The Wild Hunt pursues her. You will find her and bring her to me.
Huh.
Are you sure? Ciri left. Went far, far away.
Do you believe I drag you here in the middle of a war to discuss a rumor?
I think anyone can be wrong, even an emperor.
I had forgotten how insolent you can be. I haven't the time to convince you, nor the desire, in fact. Yennefer will do that after the audience.
How many men in your army? 20,000? 30? So why me?
You know why. Because she trusts you.
She trusts me, yes. So tell me why you're looking for her. Doubt it's about making up for all those lost years.
For reasons of state, as always.
Is that actually Tywin
Enough
Lannister's
of this
voice?
banter. You will agree regardless. If for no other reason than because I shall pay you. More than you customarily receive for a contract. Considerably more.
Cool. Yeah, like, just give me the information.
I need information, not motivation. Ciri leaves few tracks. She'll be hard to find.
My corps of spies will help you. Count on them, and my army, should the need arise. Yennefer will tell you the rest. This audience is finished. Mererid! Take him to the sorceress.
Yeah, what's with the painting? Is that Ciri on there? Like, what? Okay, okay. Trying to understand how everything's all connected, you know?
Please keep close. There are many honorable guests in the palace, whom the gentleman...
disgusts.
...need not bother.
Okay, I'm just gonna keep following him for now.
Griffin.
And it's past noon.
Calm yourself.
What?
know who you're talking to, soldier. I'm Herivard II, Prince of Elander. Not only am I made to wait here like some supplicant, but who for company? A tinter.
Tanner.
Oh my.
Master of the Tanner's Guild?
Ja, nee.
I demand...
Raadsliden echt es tun, es is saur aan nee.
Es ziet
Ooh, a witcher.
Es maar streken et voltast in de kraan.
Gloire en I'd fain.
I'm interested to learn more about Ciri. It seems like she's got a really interesting story. I don't really know much yet. But she's apparently involved in all of this here, like...
We crossed the Yara, we will cross the Pontar as well.
I also don't really know much about like what it means to like how you become a witcher and all of that stuff. I'm excited to see what the game tells me. And
Once the gentleman
when I
is
start reading
done,
the
he
books.
should see me to retrieve his possessions.
Okay. Here we go.
Yet. Yes? Then transcribe. The true authority in Novigrad is not the city council or the merchants' guild, but the Church of the Eternal Fire and the criminal underworld. At times it is difficult to tell the one from the other. They both display a similar ruthlessness and cynicism that...
Please wait, Your Excellency. I'm falling behind.
You know what? I'll write the report myself. You'll need only prepare a clean draft. In triplicate.
A shame I have no time.
Hello, Yennefer.
Geralt, that tunic. You look positively smashing.
Ugh, dying to take it off.
I'd consider that a proposition under different circumstances. One I might even take you up on. But we've matters to attend to. Now do you understand why I'm at Emhyr's court?
Mm-hmm. And seems we're in the same boat now. Ciri, she's really back? No chance he's mistaken?
Look. That's more or less what she looks like now. Or so our agents claim. Our little witch has grown into a young lady.
How about that? She's grown up.
It's been years since you trained together at Kaer Morhen. A great deal has changed.
You haven't. Not a bit.
I missed those awkward compliments of yours. But let's
Awkward
focus on
compliments.
Ciri, all right?
Right. Emhyr said the Wild Hunt's after her. I'd find that hard to believe before what happened yesterday. How did they track us down?
It was the Wild Hunt.
Because of me.
Oh, we're gonna get some
You
answers
see,
soon.
I've spent months searching for Ciri. Using locating spells, haruspicy, geomancy, anything, really.
Haruspicy?
I
What
knew
is
the
that?
Wild Hunt might sense it. Perhaps even find me, but... I thought I'd tricked them.
Well, guess you were wrong.
I've sensed them on my trail, hunting me, for some time. If not for you and Emhyr's soldiers, they'd have gotten what they were after. I can't risk another encounter like that. It's time to put away the magic, turn to more traditional methods. To the best tracker I know.
Okay.
You must find her, Geralt. Before the Wild Hunt does.
Okay, so we found Yennefer, now we gotta go find Ciri. Got it. But, like, yeah, what are they... Like, why? The kid from the intro of the game? Is it? Capybara, welcome. Jasmine, Jan, welcome everyone. It's good to have you guys all here. Thanks for joining.
The Wild Hunt. What could it want from Ciri?
I've no clue, Geralt. Might have written them to ask, but I don't have their address. I know as much as you do. It must be about her blood. Her gift. As for what the Hunt wishes to do with that gift, I'd prefer not to think about it, really.
So where's Ciri been seen, exactly?
In two places. Velen and Novigrad. The trail in Velen is most promising. You should make that your first stop. Ask for a merchant named Hendrik at the inn at the crossroads. One of the Emperor's agents. he should get in touch with you.
That's it? No passwords, secret handshakes?
None. Sorry to spoil your fun, your boyhood fantasies about the crafts of the trade.
Aw.
All we have in Novigrad are unconfirmed reports, rumors. But there you will have the help of our mutual acquaintance.
Not even a handshake?
Triss Merigold. Apparently she's got a cozy flat on the main square.
Sure she'll be delighted to see me. What
Yeah,
about
Ciri,
you?
yes.
What will
Yeah,
you do?
Ciri, yes. That was the
I shall
girl from the
sail for
beginning,
Skellige.
yes.
There was a magic explosion there recently, blew half a forest down. I believe this had something to do with Ciri.
So he apparently hasn't seen her
I'll
since
be
she
in
was like a
Kertrold.
girl.
Join me there once you've learned something.
And she has some kind of gift. And a magical explosion. And she's like, I don't know much here. So I'm trying to piece this together.
One thing before we go. Why didn't you contact me? Didn't need me? Didn't even want to see me?
I didn't want to spoil things. I'd heard you and Triss made a great couple.
Oh, jealousy.
Yen, I'd lost my memory.
Really? That's your excuse?
Oh.
Let's drop it, all right? It's not what you think, or it helped me understand how much I love you. I don't wish to hear it. Any of it.
Ooh. Okay, time to get going.
Guess this means we need to split up again. Not my preference, but I understand. Clock's ticking.
It is indeed. So why don't I teleport you to Velen, get you there at once?
Not gonna happen. I'll go on horseback, as soon as I can get changed.
Have it your way? Oh, and you really look quite dashing in black velvet.
Oh, thank
Think so?
you.
Maybe I can have some of my armor lined with it. Good luck, Yen.
Same to you. And if you wish to learn what's happened in the world while you and Vesemir roamed the wilderness, talk to Ambassador Varatra. That's him over there. And Geralt, I know it's wartime, but try not to be a
Talk to that
hero,
guy
all
for
right?
sure.
Just check those leads and come back to me in one piece.
Oh? Okay, so,
I shall be
all right.
waiting.
I've been watching Twilight again lately. I'm prepared for a love triangle. You guys ready? So Triss versus Yennefer. I don't know who we're gonna choose. Oh my, oh my. Okay, so I think we're supposed to go talk to the guy that was like out there. Let's see, was there anything in here? Letter to Yennefer. Is this from? Oh, from Fringilla Vigo. Okay, we've heard that name before. Yennefer, my dear friend. Thank you for your letter. Forgive me for not answering your earlier attempt to reach me via Megascope. I'm trying to limit my magic communication to the absolute minimum. One never knows who's listening, don't you agree? I am delighted you have found a position at our gracious Emperor's court and wish you the best of luck in the search for his daughter. It is good to know that Emhyr's intentions for her have become more, how shall I put it, mundane. Perhaps in these circumstances, an agreement regarding the lodge will prove possible after all. Okay, so Ciri's gone, and he doesn't know where she is, and so he's hiring Yennefer, who's now reaching out to Geralt for help on finding Ciri. Cool. In response to your first question, I can state beyond all doubt that Ciri has not appeared anywhere south of the Yaruga. Believe me, I could recognize her magic signature in my sleep. I have not had any contact with Triss for a long time. I only know that things in Novigrad have taken an ill turn. She mentioned something earlier about fleeing to Kovir, but I'm afraid that in the current political climate, that amounts to an impossible daydream. So she's got her eye on Triss. I hope I will soon be able to join you in Vizima. First, however, I must take care of some unfortunate, yet urgent matters in Beauclair. With my fondest regards, Fringilla. Thank you for the news about Geralt. He always seems to land on his feet, doesn't he? Oh.
Scars healed nicely.
Can I actually, like, see it? There we go. A lot of books here. Human life requires 3 things for its sustenance: food, drink, and gossip. It is thus no wonder that no matter where I travel, be it ice-bound Povis or green Toussaint, everyone asks me about the passions that bind Geralt and the sorceress of Yennefer of Vengerberg. As a man both cautious and discreet, I refuse to betray their secrets, with one important exception. The history of their first encounter is so extraordinary, so romantic and moving, that it would be a veritable crime to hide its light beneath a bushel basket. Indeed, had I not witnessed these events in person, I never would believe that there was room in our grim and dark world for such fantastic marvels. It all began when Geralt and I were feeling a bit peckish and, unburdened by heavy coin pouches, decided to fish our supper out of a lake. No bites were to be had, but we did not leave empty-handed. My hook snagged quite a lovely little pot. Oblivious to my friend's warning, I opened it, and in doing so, freed a powerful genie, right? Without giving it much thought, I set about proclaiming my wishes. Before I could get to 3, however, the djinn, irritated, I see now in hindsight, at being issued demands so soon after waking, began to throttle me. Geralt was able to drive him off, but I was left in a sorry state. I acted, the Witcher told me later, as though under the influence of some curse. Clearly, the help of an expert in the magic arcana would be needed. It was our good fortune that Yennefer of Vengerberg happened to be staying in a nearby village. Geralt went to ask her that she heal his best friend, who happened to also be the brightest star in the North's poetic firmament. Yennefer, however, was more interested in the djinn, which she wanted to trap into magic servitude, than in its victim, and, it should be said, played the Witcher like a well-strung mandolin. Yet, rather than grow angry at being used in such a calculating manner, he fell white head over muddy boots in love with her. What happened then? Well, I won't go into details. Suffice to say that Yennefer's plans hardly delighted the djinn. Without its cooperation, she proved unable to tame it. The sorceress would surely have met a tragic end, and taken Oliverind along with her, had Geralt not rushed to her rescue. For once, he did not need to draw either of his blades to send the djinn packing. He had but to pronounce the third and final wish. He could have asked for anything: wealth, fame, power. But instead, he asked the djinn to bind his fate to that of the arrogant, yet intriguing sorceress from Vengerberg. Oh. So, he's magically bound to her. Yeah, I was assuming this is supposed to be like Jaskier, right? From the show. That's what it sounds like. Award-winning poet, playwright, and troubadour. Frequent performer at the courts of places, yes, and Oxford Academy. Well, that's interesting. Royal lineages of the North. Okay, so this is telling us about Ciri and like where she comes from. I need a minute to read all of this lore. This is important. I need to know this stuff. But welcome everyone. Thanks for joining today. Okay, so Ciri... Okay, so she is heiress to the throne. And all of that other stuff. A shipwreck occurred during a journey from Sintra to Skellige, which took the lives of the Urchian and Pavetta. Cirilla's further upbringing was then entrusted to her grandmother. In 1260, afraid of the looming Nilfgaardian threat, Queen Calanthe sent Cirilla to the court of King Eärvil, where the heiress of Sintra was to marry the heir to the throne of Verden, Prince Kistrin. Though allying with Verden and gaining the aid of that realm's army was at the time Calanthe's top priority, no marriage ever occurred, and Ciri returned to her grandmother's court. And then, during the so-called Sintra massacre, she went missing. Okay, that's all we get right there. The Wild Hunt. From farmers and herdsmen, milkmaids to midwives, all the common folk of the continent whisper, sharing tales of a wraithly procession pounding across the sky. The Wild Hunt, they call it. Winds and gales, storms and blizzards arise when it is sighted, and all grows cold, though the sun shone bright moments before. Some remember only the cold from the shock of the encounter, and claim the riders always come in winter. But nay, this is not so. The hunt brings its own ice. Death and war gallop in its wake, or so the superstition goes. Yet evil enough is the hunt itself. It takes folk captive, youths most often, in the prime of their wildling years, with 10 to 20 summers behind them. The hunt rushes in, and they disappear, only to return long years later with no memory of what passed in the time between. weird. So they don't even remember, but they come back? She who knows. Folk say they were 4 at first. The mother, she who knows, the Lady of the Wood, came here from a faraway land, and since she suffered terribly from loneliness, she made 3 daughters out of dirt and water. A long, long time ago, the mother was sole ruler of all of Velen. Her daughters brought her the people's requests and served as her voice. Each spring, sacrifices of grain, animals, and men were made to the Lady of the Wood on her special night. Yet as the years passed, the Lady of the Wood slipped deeper and deeper into madness. Her madness eventually spread over the land. Men took to abandoning their homes and setting out into the bog, where they became food for beasts. Before long, Velen was drowning in blood. The daughters saw their land nearing destruction and took it upon themselves to save it. When spring came once more, and with it the night of sacrifices, they killed their mother and buried her in the bog. Her blood watered the oak atop Ard Serban, and from then on the tree grew wholesome and hearty fruit for the people. As for the lady's immortal soul, it refused to leave the beloved land, and so the sisters imprisoned it. To this day, it lies trapped beneath the whispering hillock, where it thrashes about in powerless rage. Okay, maybe avoid that. Maybe, like, don't go there.
What do you mean?
Okay, this
Ambassador
guy
Varatra,
had lore for us, right?
Yennefer suggested I ask you about current events.
Yeah.
The war and so on.
Of course. The Emperor's servants should keep no secrets from each other. If you will, let us approach the map.
The map. Oh. Third Wish is CD Projekt's. That's like their interpretation of it. Okay. So it doesn't explicitly state what the third wish is. Huh. Well, that's kind of interesting. Okay, so how is the war going?
How's the war going? I mean, apart from the fact that Nilfgaard's triumph is imminent.
I assume this to be a private conversation. We've no witnesses, so let's dispense with the propaganda, even that shrouded in irony. Our offensive was going splendidly until winter came. Edirn was in such disarray that we encountered no resistance. We had reached the Pontar before the first snows. Only a weakened Kedwin remained, and Radovid's Redania, which had ignored the rest of the North's pleas for help. We thought they'd sue for peace, perhaps even submit to vassalization. We waited for spring, certain of victory.
Radovid? Submit?
Yes, a vain hope, I agree. Radovid sent no peace envoys, nor did he advance on our positions. Instead, he trudged over the snow-bound Kestrel Mountains and attacked Kedwin, his ally. This attack took the Kedweni by surprise. They were still mourning the loss of their king. Rudderless and dejected, they laid down their arms after a few lost skirmishes and joined Radovid. And so by spring, instead of 2 weak enemies, we had only 1 powerful one.
Admiration. What's he
That
think?
admiration I hear in your voice?
Radovid is our foe, but I cannot deny he is clever. He played us for fools, particularly dense ones at that. Returning to the war, this spring there was a massive battle in the marshes of Velen. Massive, yet indecisive. Both sides suffered enormous losses, unprecedented even. Radovid has retreated across the Pontar. He's safe for now, until reinforcements arrive from the south. Then Emperor Emhyr var Emreis will deal with him once and for all.
Couldn't you just go home? Save everyone a lot of marching, not to mention a few human lives.
I'm afraid the stakes are too high to fold now. We can only go all in.
Okay, so yeah, the stakes are too high. Huh. Okay.
How do things look in Velen?
As bad as ever, perhaps worse. This land never flowed with milk and honey, and now it flows with blood. Armies have swept through it several times, trampling fields, looting granaries, burning villages. Famine grips the populace.
Mm-hmm. So how's ruling that earthly paradise going for you?
Not well, to be honest. Our forces are spread thin as it is, and Velen is chiefly swampy forests that are difficult to control. We've had several patrols never return to their camps. Thus, we've temporarily delegated authority in this region to a certain Nordling,
I wonder
a
if we're
former
going to
low-ranking
be
officer in the
influencing this.
Temerian army, one Philip Strenger.
We'll see.
Better known by his nom de guerre, the Bloody Baron. I advise you well. Avoid him.
Avoid him. Yeah, edited episodes of this will start going up this week. Thank you all so much for hanging out. It's been a great night. Yeah, so there's like canon for like the books, and then canon for the games, and canon for the show, and they're all like a little different, right? Like they're mostly the same, but like they all have their variations, it seems. So that's how it goes.
Any news from Novigrad? Is the free city still free?
Yes, although everyone knows this won't last. Radovid is in Oxenford, and the Emperor is here in Vizima, at Novigrad's doorstep, both. And both require coin and ships, and Novigrad can provide these. Which is why the mood in the city is rather, well, on edge.
Meaning?
How do men deal with fear? They seek reassurance and scapegoats. The Church of the Eternal Fire understands this perfectly, and so it promises to improve the lives of its flock by pointing out the guilty.
Yeah, the scapegoats.
Who started the war? Who profits from it? Why, it's obvious. Mages, elves, dwarves, in a word, any and all deviants.
Yeah, put the blame on anyone else.
I've been stationed in Novigrad for 13 years. First as a consul, then as ambassador. I've seen a great deal. Cruelty, cynicism, greed. But what is happening there now concerns me greatly.
Okay. So, this Skellige place, am I saying that correctly? I think so. Sounds kind of interesting too.
What's new in Skellige?
Skellige.
Nothing.
Nope. Okay.
The
Never
islanders
mind.
pride themselves
They
on
told
that,
me
don't
that.
they? Doing everything according to tradition, as their forefathers did.
Skellige.
And like their forefathers, they quarrel with each other, pillage, occasionally attack our transports. This is cumbersome, but nothing more. Skellige has always been a
Skellige.
footnote to history, and so it shall remain.
Sound awfully confident. What if King Bran manages to unite the Jarls?
Not the Jarls.
Lead all the clans against your fleet?
King Bran is a feeble old man. From what I know, he barely remembers the names of his own vassals. Uniting all might prove difficult.
Okay. I'm interested to see if we're gonna end up affecting this, or just how this is going to progress as the game progresses.
Thanks for your help.
Think nothing of it. May the great sun light your path.
Skellige kind of similar to Skyrim? Okay, I'm interested to see. Oh, sorry. Okay, What was that? No. He didn't like that. He didn't like... It's good. Okay. Alright, that's some good lore. I think we found, like, everything now. Well, almost everything. Okay, what is all of this? We just got, like, a bunch of stuff. What is all of that? Letter found in Yennefer's chest. Oh, was this her stuff? It's my stuff now. My dear friend, if you're reading this, it means you found the chest. Hooray. The chest I mentioned in my previous letter. Okay. You'll be pleased to know its contents belong to you. After I spoke with the Emperor regarding additional resources to aid in your quest, he was willing to part with these items from his personal collection. The armor from Dol Blathanna is a rare piece that marries the strength of Nilfgaardian and Elven craftsmanship. Apparently, Francesca accepted Emhyr's offer of Nilfgaardian plate for her forces. Though, despite his attempt to significantly bolster an ally on the fringes of the Northern Realms, only a portion of his aid ever reached its destination. To no one's great surprise, the elves were unimpressed with what human steel they did receive, and thus refashioned the armor to their liking. You'll finally have the opportunity to masquerade as the Queen of Dol Blathanna's personal guard. It's a dream I know you spoke of often. As for the second set of armor, the Emperor proved far more cryptic. He claims they were diplomatic gifts from distant kingdoms. The tiger armor is specifically designed to suit a Western ruler. Obviously, Emhyr in this case. It was forged in the ancient style of a blacksmith who stole the secrets of its construction from their gods. Or so the legend goes. And finally, the swords. To my eye, they resemble a Redanian saber, though I'm no expert. These blades supposedly once belonged to the hero of myth and mystery. The man forged a pact with a vixen spirit, and through her blessing, was granted the ability to slay the monsters that had long plagued his village. As you can see, he carried both a steel and silver sword, a fact I thought might pique your interest. Unfortunately, legends are all I can offer. Emhyr was stingy with the details, even more so than usual. A shame, because I must admit I haven't the faintest idea of where they might originate. That being said, I do believe Zerrikania and Ophir can be ruled out. Dear friend, I trust you appreciate my efforts to help. Use these gifts as you see fit. I hope they will hasten your search for that which we have lost. Your friend, Yennefer. Well, thanks, Yennefer. Cool. Can't go to our inventory yet, but we have that stuff for soon. Nice. Alright, anything else? Portrayal of the elder races. Ooh. Non-human? A portrayal of the elder races. What is a non-human? The answer is simple. As the very name suggests, it is something which resembles, and yet nevertheless is not, a human. Though it walks on two legs, speaks a tongue similar to our own, and dresses in similar attire, all the same has more in common with the base beast than noble man. Someone's feeling a little judgmental. Dwarves are like moles. Okay, yeah, maybe a little bit more than just a little judgmental. Maybe a lot. They feel best underground and avoid direct sunlight. They like to live in filth, forever smudging themselves in mud and slime. They love everything that can be found within the earth. Rocks, metal, minerals of all shape and color. It's also said that, like their kindred moles, they feed most readily on worms, roaches, and other night crawlers. Okay, I'm assuming that's not particularly true. I don't trust this information. I do not trust this book. This book does not seem trustworthy. This does not seem like a good source. Okay, what do you... halflings are more reminiscent of gophers. Okay. Good lord. Okay, it just keeps going. Wow. And then elves seem related to birds of prey. They care most for colored feathers. They would most readily spend all day staring at their reflections in the water and singing their own praises. Extreme bitterness. My goodness. All of them are, to our great fortune, slowly dying out. Doesn't seem to be an author name on this. Too bad. What shall become of Temeria? Temeria, a land where milk and honey once flowed. In what did she wrong the gods that they could treat her so cruelly? The Pearl of the North to some, she proved a galloping range for Nilfgaardian cavalry to others. As a country, it had survived 2 previous wars against the Empire. It was here that the war's bloodiest battles were fought. It was in Temeria where their most bestial deeds were wrought. It was in Temerian civilians who bore the full brunt of these wars' horrors. And bear them we did, bravely and steadfastly, until the demise of our great protector, King Foltest. Then Providence turned its fickle face from Temeria. Murdered most treacherously, Foltest failed to leave Temeria a worthy successor. Yeah, so this sounds like the sun or something, like, kind of took over and tried to, like, unite. From what I've understood, yeah, a free and independent Temeria is no more. Yeah, we Temerians live on. For in the shadows lurks not one dagger, but the power of a nation of daggers, waiting to deal justice's blow. Okay. And we already read that one. Alright, let's get out of here. Did we read that? This is about Novigrad. I think this is about the city. The city counts no less than 30,000 of its inhabitants. My goodness. A metropolis worthy of the Empire. While strolling through its fabulous port, surrounded by marvels of architecture, it's hard to imagine that centuries ago, Novigrad was a mere minor elven townstead. When the city fell into the hands of the Nordlings, its problems grew exponentially, for, as is well known, as the people of the North can do a great many things, but peaceful and orderly cohabitation is not one of them. And so Novigrad first belonged to Redania, then fell under Temerian rule, until finally, after endless compromises and bargains, it at last became a free city. But is the city truly free? I dare to doubt it. Redanian influence makes itself felt too strongly on every corner, and the fact that the city is located within Radovid's territory speaks for itself. While wandering the city streets, I come across 4 watermills, 8 banks, and nearly 19 pawn shops. There are also a great many houses of simple pleasures, such as taverns and brothels, and Novigrad's commitment to matters of faith is borne witness to by the fact that the city contains no less than, I kid you not, 19 temples to the eternal fire. Huh, so it's all about the capital.
How might I serve the gentleman?
By returning my things.
Citrus and cloves. The fragrance will keep the gentleman's robes fresh somewhat longer.
Thanks, bunches.
Is that his new signature scent now?
The Emperor is not known for his patience. He wants his daughter back safe and sound, as soon as possible.
Yeah, mentioned something of the sort. So long.
Yeah. Okay, so let's do a little bit of exploring around here before we leave, right? Looks like there's side quests and stuff here. Okay, let me take a look at our map. So we have some new gear. There's a side quest and some alchemy stuff. So let's take a look before we just leave. And also, all of this is level 7. Okay. All that is medium armor. We might just end up going with medium armor. I think it's probably the way to go, because from what I remember looking at our character stuff, medium armor was like kind of focused like on like sign stuff. So that's probably going to be good for us. Alright, so let's check out this side quest, and I think we leave this area.
One false move and you will regret it.
Hello there. Oh! Is that a side quest? Sure. I suppose it counts. Oh, you said a bet? Huh. Let's go crazy. So it looks like you can do like max 10? Is that... Do we not even have that much money? We have like no money. Let's just do 5.
Wouldn't mind a few rounds of cards.
Oh, this guy's tough to beat at this point? Oh, does he have really good cards? Okay, well, let's see how this goes. I don't know what I'm doing at all, so I'm sure it's gonna be great. So I want, like, not that many cards in the deck, right? And do I not want, like, level 1 guys in the deck? Or is that fine? Like, if I take this guy out and, like... put the catapult there? Is that how I should do that? I don't know. I gotta look up like a guide for this. I will for next time. Change like leaders? Oh, interesting. Okay. Pick a Biting Frost card and play it instantly. Huh. Keep most of them now, right? But no ones with the special powers. Okay, or without the powers at least. Cool. I don't know. Not enough unit cards. Where did they all go? Did I just undo everything? What just happened? Oh, these are the different decks. Oh! I was wondering what's going on here. Okay, that makes sense. Start game. Okay, let's take a look. So we have a lot of range and catapult sort of things. So let's like redraw that. And like that. Did I do it? I don't know if I did it. I think so. I don't know. Okay, so we just start out with like one of them. Okay, zoom. Let me start with zooming. Let's just start with this guy. Bam. So now I should just put down like something else kind of like random. I could put this guy down. He adds a +1 to all the units in the row, so maybe not that guy. Maybe we just start here. I don't know. Could consider like letting him win this first one. Like I could just use the frost thing. It doesn't really make a big difference. It would just tie us. I don't know. Let's see what happens if I do something like that. Okay, so he gets a bonus for that. Interesting. So let's see. Place next to a card with the same name. So what does that mean? So does that have to be the same type? So I have to have like 2 of those cards in order to get that, it looks like. I don't know. I'll put this guy down. Well, no, I guess I shouldn't, because that was the one that like boosts this. I don't really know. But the same exact card, okay, it causes them to double. Okay, cool. I don't really know. Sure, go crazy. Huh. What is that? +1 to morale, -3 to hearing. Doubles the strength. That's not what I want. That's not what I wanted. Okay. So, ideally... I don't really know. Just put down the ballista, I guess. I might have just wanted to pass. I maybe should have just let him win this one. I don't know if I can win that, if I'm honest. I don't know what to do about that. So here's when we, I think, pass. Used a decoy? Weird. Okay, but he won. Yep, so that's fine. And we're gonna see if we can still win this. He just starts with a 10. I don't have a 10 card. He has 2 of those. Like, excuse... Like... Okay. Yeah. He passed. I bet he did. Woohoo! Yeah, we're super losing this. That's okay though. We're in it to learn. Huh. You know, it's not happening anyways. Woo! Oh no. R.I.P. five orans. Oh, he was giving that to me so that he could win this time. Well, there we go. There we go. I never used our leader card. I need to figure that out too. Yeah, no, his deck is a lot better than ours. You guys were trying to warn me. We're not lying. Well, I got my butt kicked. We will have to come back later. Does that count as like a quest? Oh, because that's the collection of Gwent cards. That's why it's showing up. Okay, so that's why it shows up as quests. Got it. Because I'm supposed to go get the cards. Ah. Oh, did I not go get bandit treasure? Oh, that's okay. Okay, well, it looks like we go just travel to Velen, so I'm gonna go get moving. Let me just collect the random stuff that's here. So, we're supposed to just travel on out of here? How do I do that? World map. That's how I do that. Ah! To Velen. Oh, look at all of the... Okay, this is one area? Oh, okay. Here we go.
Geralt and Yennefer were reunited, but something even more important happened in Vizima. Geralt learned that Cirilla, his one-time ward, had returned from afar, and she was in danger. He was to find her, at the Emperor's command and Yennefer's behest.
I think we would have just gone to find her anyways if we knew that we could find her. 5 days later. Here we go. Oh, where? The hanging tree. Hearts of Stone. Nope, we're not gonna do that. Do not... Nope, don't change my active quest. Nope, don't do that. We're not ready. While playing Hearts of Stone, you can encounter a rune write. This new craftsman comes from a far-off land, uses arcane knowledge. Okay, so that's a whole different thing. And Blood and Wine expansion. So we got access to our expansions, but we are not doing those yet. Those are like a later situation. We will not even consider doing those sort of things until we are at a recommended sort of level. Each quest has a suggested level. Cool. Yeah. Oh. Novigrad. Okay, so Ciri's trail took Geralt to Novigrad, the largest city in the north. It would take seas of ink to describe the city accurately, so suffice to say it is the seat of the Church of the Eternal Fire, a bustling port city, and a haven for artists, and all sorts of other shady characters. Yet Novigrad at this time was not the city Geralt knew from his earlier travels. War raged throughout the known world, and rich cities often proved tempting morsels to armies on the march. It was clear at this time that this particular morsel had both Radovid and Emhyr greedily licking their chops. Within the city, the Temple Guard acted with impunity under the command of a cankerous snot named Caleb Menge, and with the support of that terror-spreading band of zealots, the Witch Hunters. Meanwhile, the kingpins of the city's underworld still held much of it in their sleazy grasp. Finding Ciri here would be like searching for a needle in a burning haystack. Geralt would clearly need some assistance. Luckily, an old acquaintance of his now lived in Novigrad. Her name was Triss Marigold. Okay, so we're gonna need to go find her soon. That's a level 10 situation. We are still level 4, so it looks like we need to do some leveling. It's recommending level 5 for this sort of thing. So we're gonna want to run around a good bit. Geralt traveled to Velen in search of Ciri, an act that attested to the depth of his devotion. Only a man who has been to this land can know just how vile it is. At the time, it was commonly known as No Man's Land. Why? Well, the Emperor of Nilfgaard had not yet claimed it. Temeria was in disarray, and the Redanians had already retreated north. No man had been left in charge, and he had proved a terrible ruler. Geralt needed to find Hendrik, an Imperial agent who had been working on Ciri's case, to collect from him what information he had managed to gather. So looking now at our map, it looks like we're supposed to go head over that way. But first, I'm assuming we probably want to go here. Looks like a good place to start, along with checking out the Hangman's Tree. You know? Very, very cheerful. Guys, I just need to go refill my water real quick. We're gonna keep going. I just need a quick minute. I'm gonna go stand up real fast. Give me 5. And we're gonna keep going for like a good while this evening. We'll go for like another couple hours, probably take one more break, and then another few hours, and that'll be the night. So, yeah, cool.